Hit me. I don't want to disturb the team.
Go.
Yeah. So, for the first time you've spoken on camera, we do have our kind of like to and fro sometimes on thingy. So we're talking about the niqab. We've had a little bit of discussion about Islamophobia and it growing. And do you want to talk about what you said about Ralph, or do you want to leave that?
Everyone's obsessed with live stream, man. What's going on?
I took issue with Leon because I feel like Ralph was given a platform. So on Leon's channel has been quite prevalent. To be fair to Leon, he says, well, Ralph wanted to. That's fair enough. But if somebody is directly saying they want war on Islam and they want to deport Muslims or get rid of them by whatever means, to me that whilst you should hear his voice, he shouldn't be given such a big platform. Because at the moment in society, Islam is under threat. And you agreed with that?
Yeah.
So my point to you was that
Ralph's evil.
He's riding the wave of Islamophobia.
He's an evil bastard.
You do too. Because I feel like you talked about the niqab, something that doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree that it doesn't affect us.
Raj, stop you lot, man.
We are a society where we have to live
my
together.
question to you.
Hold on. What it is, we have to live together. And one of the things that when we're living together, we should be able to communicate easily with each other and be able to approach each other in a way that kind of builds relationships. And what I'm trying to say is that I fear that
we feel the same way about Jews.
Yeah, with Jews, I think the Jews are very similar as well. But the problem is we don't have many Jews here in the park.
Yeah, we do.
So what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the niqab, I've seen it incrementally increase in numbers. So I'm from an area which is a Muslim area. I'm not going to say where because people start telling me that. And so I remember when I was growing, I never saw a niqab. And it's a Muslim area. Then I started seeing a few niqabs. And now I see quite a few niqabs when I go out to my local supermarket. So if that's the case now, and what will happen when the Muslim community grows and people become more sort of, I'm worried that you might have females who are wearing the niqab increase by such a degree that it's going to be hard for people to interact with these females. I'm not talking about. Before it goes, I'm not talking about sexually because people think these pervert things about sexually. I'm just talking about interacting just in a normal, everyday manner.
We agreed, didn't we?
They don't want to talk to you.
We agreed that Islam at the moment is really struggling because there's a lot of Islamophobia around. Yeah, you agree with that?
I don't know if I agree with the words, but I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it.
Exactly. So Islam is kind of on the it's being witch hunted at the moment.
Yeah.
So to me, you're aware. We talked about. You said that after the terrorist Sikhs obviously.
Thank you.
Imagine what the Niqabi sisters have to put up with after a terrorist attack, after grooming gang. Niqabi sisters on the front line, hate crime.
Yeah, and I think that's abysmal.
And therefore, you are publicly on camera talking about a niqab, nothing that affects you, and you're telling them it's wrong and things like that. It's a subject that doesn't affect you at all. But in this climate,
this is where
you're willing to.
Hold on, but
you're riding the wave. You're riding the wave.
But this is where I think you've got it wrong. When you're saying it doesn't affect me at all, it does affect me. When I'm going outside and
as a human, can you let it go? No.
Sorry. So look,
you don't talk about Jews. You don't talk about why attack Islam?
All right.
At
So
a time when you've agreed that
Islam
is on
the thing is that if we just say, all right, so this particular subject matter is quite contentious, let's not talk about it, then we might stop talking about everything. Now the subject matter. Now I will say one thing. I will say one thing. I was wrong in the way I conducted myself and the way I said it. I said I want to ban the burqa. What I should have really done was to say let's talk about the problems with the burqa in social cohesion, and that would have been a much more productive conversation. And that's something I'm trying to learn. Like you can
social cohesion argument. So obviously you've taken your mask off
3.5 years ago.
Can you explain that?
Because guy who knows
I see you on a live stream. I'm not making fun of you. I see you on a live stream. There's a picture of you holding a gun. You'll talk for 6 hours. No one can see your face. No one can see your actions on it. You quite happily have conversations online. What's your problem with the niqab?
Well, when it comes to the niqab, whether you like it or not, when you're in real life in front of somebody, there is something that people would like the choice to be able to see that person's face and to be able to talk to them and humanise them.
What if you don't want to?
The problem we have with this is that we have a situation within the UK where there is divisiveness between the communities. They're not interacting in terms of the white indigenous population and say with the Muslim community.
So it's not just the Muslim though, is it?
But the Muslim community community, if you're talking about the least integrated group, it is the Muslim community.
It's the Raza reason, bro.
So the Mutta brothers, the Mutta brothers.
Raj, have you got a problem
Big
with
up to the Mutta
cultural
brothers.
clothes?
Muslims don't integrate. There are Muslims in every school.
Yeah, the moving gangs are
You get
Raza
Muslim
reason.
lawyers, Muslim
I'm
doctors.
saying
Come
that-
on, Raj, man.
I'm saying that-
How
I'm
can
not
you say
saying they're
not
not
integrated?
Nothing against Jews.
Be honest, bro.
Are you saying Jews integrate more than Muslims?
I think the Jews are a problem as well in the sense of them not integrating and being kind of like stuck in their own.
What is integration? Do you want everyone chatting and sitting around having good
You want
time?
everyone in mini skirts?
I'll go clubbing.
All right, so this is where people will start saying you want people. Before I go on, I agree with modesty. There is a lot of things that people don't realise when it comes to Islam. I do agree with. I agree with dressing modesty, and I think the hijab and things like that are perfectly fine. My
Just 'cause
sister-
it's same as
my
Sikhism is
sister
fine.
My sister wears certain
Hey,
clothing.
he's got a
So,
problem
but
with
I don't want to
cultural
have
clothes. You
to.
don't wear clothes.
Because a lot of people think, oh, because I'm saying don't wear the burqa, so automatically I want people to dress in a particular way. I agree that, you know, dressing modesty is a good thing, but when it gets to the point where you're having a situation where you have a group of people, which I want to call them the Muslim community, and they're having problems integrating in certain degrees compared to the other ethnic groups. Because you have to understand, as a Sikh and Hindu community, we have integrated much better than, say, the Muslim community. There's no doubt about that. Yeah?
No,
And
no,
so,
you're lying.
what's happening is that I'm just saying that this situation with
What's the importance of integration?
well, we're gonna have to live together, so we need to be able to.
We're already living together.
Yeah,
What are you
together
talking
anyway,
about,
man.
We
man?
need to be able
We
to
live
coexist.
together
We are
yeah.
living together.
And so the
are.
thing is that whether you
Don't
like
ask it
whether you
if
like
it's
it or not,
possible.
yeah, there are people around the
breakfast,
UK
lunch and dinner.
that are not speaking to each other for whatever reason.
They don't
Yeah,
like each
so
other.
when the further you got, I think when we're in London, we have this kind
What do
of
you mean they don't like each
misconception
other?
about, you know,
That's that-
everybody's
that's
getting
that-
along fine.
That's
But when
that
you
they-
go up
The
north,
difference between
you
integrity
have total communities
How
that
do
are
you know
totally
if someone
segregated.
is
And when you have another aspect on top where people are not,
Yeah, like
not
where I
showing their
live, there's all
faces,
these,
I'm not
okay,
saying
probably
from the
what area
side of
you
the other
There's
population,
a
the white
difference
indigenous
picked up.
population.
integration.
They may find it hard to
That's
speak
all
to them,
mine.
and it causes more
You man
social
are
division.
slaves.
And also, it dehumanises someone.
I think I heard you
whatever
once
they
say.
say.
I think I heard you once say that you don't like humans. You sit
I'm a
at home a lot.
misanthrope.
So someone that sits at home a lot
Yeah,
like
I
yourself,
heard that.
you don't integrate. Saying you're sitting at home, it's
You
your
don't
choice to
integrate.
do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, there's a difference.
No one says that Raj has to go and
integrated to
Yeah.
smile and
Yeah,
right,
you
right,
have
right.
to have a family
So-
meal,
to
Raj.
me, the social cohesion is.
All right,
anyway,
so-
this isn't what we are. The
No, but
conversation is about.
all right,
You're talking
all right,
about
so
the 0.11% of the
Why
Muslim
are we
community.
talking about it?
Integrated
Why are we
to his
talking
base.
about
All right,
it?
so let me just
You've
answer
got
the
to have a
question.
family
First of all,
meal with
being a
everyone.
misanthrope, that's someone that
He's
distrusts and
integrated to his
dislikes
life
humanity.
stream.
It's not the
But
same
this
as
is not
somebody
on
that
the
doesn't
menu.
interact with humanity.
12 hours a day.
I still interact with people, and I
And it's
still
integrated.
have social contact with people. What I'm trying to explain to people, I fear, this is just my own fears, I'm not saying it's reality, that if the way things are going in the UK in terms of certain, like the Muslim community, kind of like, you know, not being able to kind of what I say, I don't want to say the word they're not integrating, I'm saying that they're not integrating as well as other communities.
Muslim community.
Well, that,
Give me an example of community that are integrating better than the Muslims.
oh, definitely the Sikhs and the Hindus, there's no doubt.
But you're a Sikh,
No
you're
doubt,
not
no doubt.
integrating.
Bias
No doubt.
cunt.
So the Sikhs and the Hindus, in every demographics, we are superseding the Muslim community in terms of education, in terms of wealth.
Is that your opinion, or
It's fact.
This is your
So
opinion?
you high IQ or low IQ?
Where's that
Hold on,
say?
so
Where's
I'll
that-
bring
where's
it. I'll bring it
So
next
you
week.
high
I'll
IQ
bring
or
it
low
next
IQ?
week.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, so I'll bring it next week. So when it comes to, because you don't understand the nuances of the Asian community.
Does that make you better,
We
though?
have we have a communities, and when it comes to
And what do you mean
communities
by
that are
integrating?
more integrated
What does
and
he mean
doing
by
better
integrating?
in terms of
What
wealth,
does he
in terms of
mean?
education, in terms of, you know, even in terms of employment,
We'll watch
lower
football,
prison
Can I
rates.
take you back to my point?
So lower, but one thing I can definitely say is that the Hindus and Sikh community have a population of maybe between them like 3%, and the Sikhs are like maybe 1%.
You deserve a medal,
but
man.
We do
Seriously.
Have, our prison rate is in line with our
Them
population.
Sikhs like to go to
Give
the
this
With
guy a
the
pub.
medal,
Them
Muslim
Sikhs
someone.
like to go to the
Their
pub,
population is like
integrate well.
2 to 3%, but they have a population prison rate
Shut
of
up,
15%.
you're lying, bro.
So you have
You're
to
lying.
understand there's a
You're
lot
lying.
of areas
You have to
that the
understand
Asian
your
Muslim
community is not that
are
bad.
not doing well, and there's got to be a
But you're
reason
still
behind it.
in jail for
Okay, look,
doing
And
that.
that is I'll bring this
There's
to
very
the
Bring it,
This
because to me
guy,
the
you
social
know.
cohesion argument is very weak. It is very weak to me.
Is it
But bring your stuff.
here?
But the point was that obviously you agreed that Niqabi sisters or even hijabi sisters are on the front line of a lot of hate. So you as a human being, you don't like that, do you? After a terrorist attack.
No, I don't want no one to be
So my point to you was, why you put on camera talking so much about issues like snip lullahs, and Niqabi sisters particularly, things that don't affect you.
That's racist, Raj.
To me, is a far right. Is a very
Remember
far
you
right
said on
thing.
camera,
Whilst you're a funny guy on your live stream and stuff like that, I have to stand against sometimes your choice to talk about certain subjects which don't affect you.
Alright, so let me say something about the circumcision. I'm actually against circumcision, full stop. And that's not to do with Islam. On top of that, I'm against halal meat and all slaughter.
Hey, what's wrong with
What
me?
the fuck? Are you against circumcision?
Chicken is chicken, a lamb's a lamb.
I used to be a vegan. So when I talk
against kosher as well.
I'm against kosher,
against
all of them are wrong.
A chicken is a chicken, Raj. A lamb's a lamb, man.
Why don't I hear this? Why don't I hear talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to most of my stuff, you don't go
Raj.
through the whole thing. The other thing is, I'm against the death penalty, full stop, including the American penal code system.
Why are you obsessed with
So
Islam?
when I'm criticising certain things,
Talk about
Sikhism.
He's
I'm not just
obsessed
talking
with
about
Islam.
I'm talking about death penalties
Obsessed.
in general.
Why?
When I'm talking about
wants to make
circumcision, I'm
the
talking about
money.
circumcision in general.
Obsessed
not
with
because of Islam.
Muslims.
And look, I'm not saying you can't criticise Islam.
Yeah.
You know, you could
I love halal
If
teaching.
there's certain things you disagree with,
I
that's
love
good to
halal
debate
teaching.
about. That's good to debate about.
Yeah.
My point with the Niqabi sisters, and obviously we're talking about Ralph, is obviously just riding this wave of.
I think the Ralph situation for
Ralph's
me
a sellout.
is I think it's important to let
See
people
how
like
you
that
make the
speak.
pigeon halal. You have to.
Because
I think
because-
it's important to speak.
And
But
then you have to roast it.
my original point was that Ralph from COE was given a platform bigger than I think most others. He was on 4 out of 5 of the live streams.
Yeah.
This is probably because he bucks Leon to be on his streams. He's probably really desperate to be out there.
Yeah, Ralph thinks he's clever, but he's, let me say, he's.
I think obviously,
Ralph's
and obviously you stand
attention
against it, don't you?
Yeah.
You stand against his comments and things like that. So
if I'm being
the
honest,
challenge I had with Leon was why are you giving a guy like
alcoholic
that such
moron.
a big platform? I have no problem listening to Ralph. We need to hear people's views on Islam. But
This is
the
what
fact
Ralph
that he's
does.
been now, Ralph's been given this kind of.
That's what he does.
He's been coming here a while, I think. He used to just be some drunk guy that used to stand in the corner. Now he's like almost becoming a figure of.
But I feel
Raj's
like
idol.
I feel like, you know, I've always said I'd
Raj is
even let a
Raj's new
Nazi
idol.
talk.
He's upgraded
Because
from
to
Raj.
hear their views is important.
Me too.
Because
Ralph
you
is
need to
upgraded
hear that
version of Raj, yeah?
he's somebody, whether
Is
you
that what
like
you're
it or
saying?
not, there are other people like him in the UK.
Agreed.
Yeah, and at least he has the, I'm not going to say the guts, but at least he has something that most of the others do, which is they're hiding inside, which I think is more dangerous. In order for, when he talks, for me,
They're using a token Indian
for
to
talk-
throw
that
for
guy down there,
talking,
no
They're
one's
using
there.
a token Indian.
and he starts saying, oh,
Like,
I want
Ralph,
to deport
innit?
Muslims. What it does
Ralph's
to me
the
is make
token
me
Indian.
think about my own moralities. And and I think to myself, I'd never let that happen. Now, I can't think about that if people are not saying it. It'd be hard for me to, but when a man's saying it to my face and I'm like, all right, he says, I want to deport this group, I want to deport that group, I'm like, hold on a second, that's not going to happen tomorrow.
Obviously, I'm Muslim, so
You should have be open like that. You
for
should
me,
be open like that. You know that you say.
Tommy Robinson deserves to be heard,
Big up Tommy Robinson.
but if
Fuck Tommy Robinson.
Big down,
The
big
BBC
down, big down,
Panorama's
Tony
gonna get
Robinson.
ready
Big
to-
down,
if
big
he
down.
was-
Robinson is his guru.
if he was on every
Big down, big down, Tony Robinson.
I don't agree with Tommy and everything. I think some of
His
his
guru is Tommy
I think
Robinson.
I think some of his
Guru Robinson.
rhetoric about, you know, Muslims being to blame for literally everything, and I do find
Fuck
that
Tommy.
disconcerting to myself.
but you just picked him up.
I still think
Big him
overall,
down,
I can
Raj.
still
Big
pick
him
him up and don't
down.
have to agree with everything he does.
Big him down.
You understand?
Big
doesn't
him
make
down.
I'm
Big
more
him
neutral.
down.
Big him down.
You understand? I could say to you, you know, I can pick up, you know, somebody and I agree with like 60% of what they say.
That doesn't make
I,
sense.
boy, maybe to you. Maybe
Come
to
on,
you.
bro.
I agree with Ralph on Brexit. I'm not going to go big up Ralph.
No, but the thing is, yeah, but the thing is, I support Tommy Robinson on a lot of things, so I will still big him up for that. And the six sacrifices.
You
he's
Stop
know
made.
sucking his
you're
lulu.
But
You
there
know
are
you're
things,
Islamophobe.
there
You're
are
a
things
hater.
that he says
You're
and he
always
does that I do not agree with, but I still support him overall. But
Stop
I don't
sucking
believe
Tommy
ignoring
Robinson's
these
lulu.
people. I don't believe ignoring these people is the way forward. The way forward is to talk to these people.
Ignoring it is. I agree.
Talk to
I agree.
him about what?
So sometimes, you know, people blame me to bring the supposed right down. Now, for me, I say to, you know, people, when they come down, talk to them. How are you going to change people's minds about, because, all right, so when I
Wong.
this is my bodyguard. He's my bodyguard. So basically,
Tell us like high IQ or low IQ.
Out of nowhere.
High IQ or low IQ.
so let me give you an example. When I first
High
went to
IQ or
speak
low
this
IQ.
corner,
Hi,
I
IQ.
hadn't
No,
been
low
to
IQ.
Muslim for a long
Low
time.
IQ.
And
Hey, I
so
thought
all
Chinese
thought
supposed to be smart.
I saw the
thought
news,
Chinese
yeah, and remember when I
supposed
first
to
come
be
down, you had the terrorist attacks in 2017, loads of grooming cases, and so when I come down, I was much higher, and all I kept on hearing was Salafi this, Salafi this, and so I equated Salafis with terrorists.
Oh shit.
If I do come speak this corner and say on one of the videos, all Salafis should be shipped over to Guantanamo Bay, yeah, if I kept that quiet, I wouldn't have had Shamsi come up to me and go, Raj, this is what Salafis are. Do you understand? So sometimes speaking openly, it may be hard for people to hear.
It's your
But
boyfriend.
if you don't speak openly, how are you going to get challenged? How are you going to change your views? I agree with that. Yeah, so when he told me and explained to me, then I started realising the word Salafi doesn't equate to terrorists.
He like you.
Yeah, most Salafis I met, some of the best Muslims that I met are actually classed one of the Salafis.
You're
So I
picking
can't
and
now
choosing,
equate.
Raj.
So this is what I'm talking about. When we talk, it may be uncomfortable to
Doesn't
talk
it
about
look like a
certain
jihad?
aspects, and there is a fine line between talking and creating hate for a certain group of
If
people.
we
And I
want to
agree
talk
with
about
you.
terrorism on grooming gangs, even as a Muslim, we can have a chat, and I don't agree with any of that. We all want to get rid of that. My point earlier was all the other stuff that you sort of go into. So do you disagree that you're not riding the wave of the anti-Islam?
I mean, let me say something. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm trying not to. So there's a difference. I'm not going to. If people feel I am, I can't ignore your views.
I've never heard you disrespect Prophet Muhammad. I've never heard you insult the Quran. So I've never heard anything out of you that would make me want to,
All right. So the reason I don't do that, right? I have he's saying I'm, come around to my guru and stuff. Fair enough. And Omar last week said your guru sucked your guru for a straw. I did not retaliate. You know why? Because I believe that
Why you mentioning
He doesn't represent
Rat boy,
Islam.
rat boy. But so basically, when it comes to someone's prophet, I don't want to disrespect your prophet because then you will disrespect my guru. Yeah, I don't want to disrespect Allah because I still believe in God.
Listen, let me tell you,
I call it Waheguru, yeah?
you indirectly disrespect,
but
bro.
the Quran is what.
Listen, you was with Tan. When Tan used to cuss everyone, yeah?
What I
our
do
prophet and everyone,
is
yeah?
I
He used to duck
normally
Tan.
criticize
That means
a
you
particular
indirectly
part of Islam,
disrespect
which is the
us.
Sharia.
You get me?
The penal codes of the Sharia. And I'm against all death penalties. So if I was in America, I would be protesting against the death penalty of the Americans. It just happens to be we're in the UK.
Why did you not talk about it on your live stream, Raj?
You understand? It's not like I'm going.
I do understand, but the problem is we don't hear this from you.
Oh no, maybe
all we hear is Islam.
Yeah, so
Islam,
maybe
24/7, Raj.
maybe I need to be more open and more clear about my viewpoints because I used to be a vegan. So why am I going to accept halal meat? All slaughter is wrong to me. I think it's evil, including slaughterhouses.
What's wrong with lamb chops?
You
So-
talk
so-
about
so-
halal,
but-
why don't you talk about kosher meat then?
What's wrong with lamb
Talk about
chops?
kosher meat then.
Looks like you're eating a lot of burgers, mate.
Talk about kosher meat then.
Can we deal with this low IQ?
No,
It's going through this floor now.
I love my
So
lamb chops.
basically, so when I criticise, this is the problem. If I said, all right,
The only good animal
cruelty
is a
wrong.
dead animal. I
Yeah,
love
and I
lamb
believe
chops.
all slaughterhouses are wrong, including halal, kosher, and slaughterhouses. I think people will still get pissed off that I've lumped halal in there. I think they will still pick on me for saying, oh, why did you say halal? But I'm against the whole thing, the whole
Why do you go to
system.
McDonald's?
The whole system.
Why do you go to
Yeah?
McDonald's?
And when it comes to circumcision, I've always been against that. And I used to have Muslim friends. I didn't even know about Islam at the time. I didn't know about Islam until I was probably about 21. And I was against
Why are you obsessed
circumcision
with people's penises?
because of morally, I thought it was
Yo,
wrong when I
did
found
you
out
hear
about
him?
it.
He's
Yeah?
against
So when I say
circumcised
snip,
dick, you know.
I'm just criticising the practice. Americans do it as well.
Raj,
En masse.
for the camera again,
I
please
think
tell us why you're
80
against circumcision.
80 million American men have been circumcised for no reason. And so I'm against the process. I do it in a jokey way.
Why
And
you
so
against
a lot of these things that you hear that
Even
I'm
non-Muslims
against,
get
all
circumcision,
these-
Raj.
so this is the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
non-Muslims.
against circumcision.
Tell
Not
us
against
why, tell us
Muslim
why.
circumcision.
Tell us why you're
So when I'm
against
saying snip,
circumcision.
snip, I'm talking about the whole thing I think is barbaric.
Tell
And
us
it
why.
should be made illegal if I had my way. If I'm being honest with you, if you're a young baby, if you're like older and you want to do it, cool, do it. But that's a different topic.
Simon's
So
cut his
I
dick
agree,
off.
I agree that
That's
What do you
barbaric.
think about
I
that?
agree.
That's barbaric,
I agree.
exactly.
I
You have to
agree
be against
that
Simon.
the
He
way
cut his
I
kick
need
off.
to move
Fucking
forward
gone, mate.
is to be
Yes,
able to communicate
that's
myself
barbaric.
better and give a more rounded approach as
See,
to my
see the
views.
hypocrisy there.
At the moment,
That's
it
what you
looks
call
like
fair.
I'm
It's not
just
fair.
attacking one group.
That's what you call a modern
But in
day
reality, I'm
hierarchy.
attacking a whole
It looks to me
holistic.
like you pick certain things
He's talking about
at
a
the
little
time
bit of
that are
skin.
connected to Islam, and you sort of ride the wave, and you pick another one, and you pick another one.
It's an obsession.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
You said.
yeah, it may seem like that, but you have to remember when we go Speaker's Corner, the majority of the people here are Muslim. And so a lot of conversations tend to be around Islam, and I might hear something, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I look
But you
into
turned
it.
up here on an anti-Islamic sentiment.
Yeah,
so
no,
you're
I
happy there's lots of Muslims.
I turned up on it, if I'm being honest with you, because I saw certain things happening with Sarah and them, and I wanted to see if it was true. And I have to admit, when I first came in, I had a lot of misconceptions about Islam. I'll admit to you, because I was hearing certain things. I understand that there's certain things that I'm never going to agree with. But do I want people? But do I want you?
You know that.
Do I want you to not practice your faith? No. You should be able to practice your faith, and you should be able to go to the mosque, do whatever you do, fast. I don't care. What I do care about is if your faith is interfering with social cohesion, and people are starting to go into different directions, and the UK is to a certain degree. You feel like I think
You're still holding that social cohesion.
I think
You're going to bring the stuff.
Yeah, where's your evidence, Raj? Where's your evidence?
But the thing is,
guy live alone.
look, for me, when I don't know whether you seem like an intelligent guy.
Where's his
I know
evidence?
standing
He's
next
got
to him,
no
I feel intelligent. I feel like a genius standing next to Gay.
Are
you
I
sure?
don't care, and I don't care.
But what I'm
I
saying is
don't
that
care.
when
He
I
still
look
looks like a fool.
when I
He
look
still looks
when
like
I
a fool.
look at
You
the
get me?
future, I don't look at 50 years. I look at like 100
Yes, Raj, you are
years.
high IQ, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking at what would the UK
So why do you
be
say
like
stupid things,
when
Raj?
things
You've got high IQ.
continue in this process where the communities
Don't you look
are
like an angry bird?
diverging. Yeah.
angry
What will
bird.
happen in 150 years? I mean, you can see what might happen if things
Yeah, and if you're
continue.
consistent across the board that anyone that does it, whether it's Jews,
Balle,
but there seems to be a focus on the car. But anyway, look, I've never spoken to you like this, and I'll be honest, I'm not to make it up, but normally I see you with a flute going around. I see you with shirtless toy, little toys.
Clown,
So, you know,
clown.
All right. So the thing is, yeah, look, what you need to understand, yeah, humour is a powerful tool.
And you are a
Would you
clown.
watch me if I was?
Play that free
Why
again,
do
go on,
people
play
watch
that
me?
free again.
me, I would
I don't
personally
know,
rather
but-
see this.
No,
It depends what your audience you want.
I've realised a long
He
time
gets his
ago.
audience
I
all
realised a long
subclass,
time to keep an audience, you have to have something else. You can't just be talking.
I'll give you a funny guy.
So what I'm saying is, I say the same things I'm saying to you
Clowns
here,
are funny.
but in a jokey way. And some people will like it and some people don't. But one thing's for sure, I have a consistent people watching. And when I say stuff, it gets into people's heads. This guy was saying Zakum when I was getting chucked at the park. And other people were saying, we ain't paying that bullshit, Jizzy, you're mad. And that's my catchphrase.
Yeah,
Muslims are
that's,
saying it.
if you don't change
about
your
this.
ways, you're gonna eat Zakum
Think
in
about this,
hellfire.
yeah?
You're gonna eat
Muslims are
Zakum in
saying to
hellfire
me,
like this.
when I was getting escorted apart,
Zakum,
they
you're
were
gonna
saying
eat that.
here's Zakum,
You're
and then
gonna
they were
eat that.
saying,
You're gonna
I
eat that
seen that
in
bullshit,
hellfire.
Jizzy, you're mad. Muslims.
You're
So
gonna
that
eat that
shows
in
the power
hellfire.
of humour.
Zakum.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to say to people. I can be deadly serious when I want to be, but if I feel I have to use humour to get a point across, that is another tool in my arsenal that I can use. But like I
Say
said, right
us.
now I can talk very serious with you.
Hey, Raj, why did you go to
Can
X
we
Factor the
get you
other
on to
day?
Manny's show?
Did you say
bloody
us?
You
fuck?
should
Say
X
us.
Factor video.
Say
Let
us.
me say about Manny.
Say us.
I don't know.
He said
My
Arsenal.
issue with Manny is similar to Ralph. So Manny Cinder to me he is an Islamophobe.
All right.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
him.
big up
Manny
You can
Cinder.
tell me different. And I'm not insulting the guy, but obviously.
I don't think he
Manny
is.
Cinder's
though.
an
No, but
idiot.
having Anne-Marie Waters on the show again,
Oh
you're
my God.
giving a platform. If Manny Cinder had an equal amount of other people, if there was somebody against Christianity, someone who wanted against black people, Manny Cinder specifically had a UKIP person that you knew, everyone knew. To be fair, I heard you stood against her. You're the only one on the panel, is my understanding.
Yeah.
But Manny Cinder, to me, again, that show is completely. Why would he want Manny
We-
Cinder?
we
You know
had
Manny
a
Cinder,
Muslim.
you know
We
Manny
had a-
Cinder,
I'm
you know
not saying
Manny
you watch, you
Cinder,
can ask, I think
Raj
it'd be a
and
good
Ralph,
decision to jump
the
on.
old token
He's not told me.
Indians.
So we had on Friday we had a show from Muslims. We had Reactionary on there. We had other Muslims on there, Ghost Speakers, and all of these kind of people that are Muslims that came onto it. And the thing is, look, when it comes to the Anne Marie's thing, I agree we went in soft. too soft. In fact, I even said beforehand, I've got a question I want to ask about some undercover footage of her saying stuff that I found distasteful.
But can you see from me, where's all the other people?
Yeah, I know.
Why have you only got someone that wants to get rid of Islam?
Yeah, so we do want to broaden the
Balance,
page open, the
balance,
channel to more people, but the decision I think I'm not saying this is a decision that he made, but what I can see is that we kind of went soft a little bit because we don't want to scare off future guests. Now, if we went in straight like
Sucking up to the
Paxman,
right wingers, in other words.
straight like Paxman, do you think we could get ever guests on this? They would watch it, go, all right.
To be honest, I didn't watch the show, so I'm fairly going on what other people have told me because I wouldn't support her.
Not him, I
anyway.
hope.
I'm blocked from your fucking
He's still.
Raj,
He's
what
still.
do you mean he's sucking up to the right
He's still
wingers?
watching CCB babies. Teletubbies. So I don't think he should be asking you.
I know about Amory Wars anyway, because believe it or not, I used to support UKIP before I became Muslim. So to me, UKIP was a party that wanted to get rid of, wanted to get Britain out of the European Union.
Yeah.
It's done now. Now it's just turned into an attack.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I haven't really
Like I
got.
said, I voted for it.
I haven't really got a party that I can support. I can't support Labour because I used to be a Labour Party member. What you might be surprised is I used to canvass and go around people's houses. I know you probably think, oh, he's too hot. Trust me, I have to be very serious when I want to.
The thing of the 10-incher.
But the thing was that the thing with the parties, they've gone too far to the left. They've gone basically.
Right, the thing of the
But
10-incher.
what I want, and this is my cross.
He
my
likes
message now,
uncircumcised
is
dick.
that I want. If you're British, Pakistani Muslim, cool.
He takes two
If you're
for
British,
skin.
Somalian Muslim, cool.
Keeps it in a jar.
If you're British,
He has Simon's shit in his jar.
cool. But you must have the British component in there in order for us to live together. Now we have a situation where you have. Weirdly, when I grew up, my generation of Muslims that I knew, 90% people that I knew when I was young were Muslims, were integrated. They will say they'll do that. What's happening is for the next generation, this generation, for some reason, maybe it's the British public's fault as well. If you're kind of alienating them and saying, well, you can't be British, then they're not going to be British, are they? The British public also needs to take responsibility and say, look, if you tell a man you're not British, you're not British, they don't feel welcome, they're going to start hating you. So what I want to do is embrace all three components. If you want to be Muslim, and you want to be British, and you want to be white, that's cool with me, man. Yeah, and that's the type of message that people are not listening to what I'm saying. Yeah, because all they're hearing is they're kind of like anti-Islam.
He's meaning on the title, make sure you write Homo Raj. Homo Raj.
Look, yeah, you agree with it definitely, but until you get into power and it's still your beliefs. You understand? I can still challenge your beliefs. So I don't really care if you believe in the death penalty. It only becomes a problem if you suddenly are in power. If you're in power and then you can. All right. So before we go, this is how much dick he can take. 12 inches straight with no gag reflex. 12 inches straight with no gag reflex.
God, it's got into
He does it wrong.
Magnetism.
All right, so let's just come back. All right, so let's see. I think this is the conversation that we can continue. And it is interesting, to talk to somebody who's because I'm assuming you're British indigenous in terms of your kind of heritage and stuff. So you do have a voice that other people don't. You obviously you're going to be interacting with people with your own community as well, the wider community. So you must have an understanding that some people are finding it a bit uncomfortable, that they feel like, their kind of way of life is kind of being taken away from. I'm not saying it's rational. I'm not saying it's rational. I'm just saying, even irrational fears, it doesn't mean that they still don't feel the fear. So. You can say you're
about immigration.
Because I voted Brexit as well. And one of the things that people think one of the problems I have with Ralph, again, sorry Ralph, is that he wants to base the immigration on white people only, white Christians. And I say I want to control immigration, but I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're black, I don't care whatever. It's about merit.
I think a lot of people make the misconception that Brexit means reducing immigration.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's controlling. If
It's
we want
controlling.
more in, we get more in. If we want less in, we have less in.
So I'm not. The UK and most countries need immigration, in order for the economy to survive and to grow. And that's not a problem. It's about who comes in and can they contribute to the UK and will they be a productive citizen. I'm going to be honest with you. If I was an immigrant now, I wouldn't make it under my policy.
Well, I think that's my problem because I used to believe in the Australian point system.
Yeah, so I wouldn't make it.
So yeah, but the thing is, when you look at this country how it's built, there are a lot of people that would have failed. They've actually made this country. A lot of people that came over with nothing, and actually, so I don't know where I stand on it anymore.
So when I'm trying to be reasonable, and when I looked at the point system I would have wanted to have, I wouldn't have got in. Yeah, as of today, but as of 5-6 years ago, I would have. I've made a choice to be a freelance artist, so it's not the most.
So, Raj, would you believe you contribute to British society?
What do I contribute? I go around saying I ain't paying that bullshit, Jizzy, I'm mad. That's my contribution.
You understand?
So it's a big contribution. I think
I ask you a serious question.
A couple of words and that's it, it's done.
Talk to your answer him properly.
Raj, I don't want to be on camera.
No, I'm filming this guy, the guy that's got IQ.
Homo Raj, Homo Raj, Homo Raj.
The IQ, the level of a cockroach. Have you heard him on Reactionary? Reactionary sounds like freaking Einstein when he chats to this man. His whole solution.
I'm learning from this guy.
No, dude, you know, like, let me tell you
Raj on a joke.
When it comes to this guy, it's like talking to a child. Sometimes they say some stuff that you'd never think of. Because I think he's so simplistically. You know when someone's very dumb?
I think you know this man.
I'm
more intelligent
they
than
will
he comes
ask,
across.
trust me, he's not. He's a whole solution to everything.
Let's trust you.
Everything. If a meteorite was coming, he'd say go to the mosque and pray. That's his solution to everything. Everything's go to the mosque and pray. That's not a solution for everything, man. Heart surgery, go to the mosque and pray.
So do you have the answers, Raj?
I don't have the answer either, but I know it's not going to the mosque and pray.
I got one other thing to discuss because there's been discussion about me possibly going to Brexit. So I'm a Brexiteer.
Oh, big up.
Yeah, I'm a Brexiteer.
No, I need to wash that hand. Wash that.
That's good. Actually, that's very good.
The thing is, I caught the tail end of the last Brexit march, which was purely anti-Islamic.
Yeah. It gets stupid.
But do you agree Brexit isn't an anti-Islamic?
No.
So you got Muppets like Tommy, James Goddard, Bacon Lady.
All right, so
you got them. Am I supposed to go march with them?
No. All right, so the thing is, Big Ards has voted Brexit as well. You voted Brexit. This is not about a Muslim issue. You people are making it into a Muslim issue or a race issue. It is about.
So you agree it's not a Muslim issue?
It's not. It's not about Islam. It's about being sensible and controlling the borders. For me, I didn't vote for Brexit because of immigration. I voted because of sovereignty. So I feel that the UK needs to control its parliament and should be able to control its laws and its regulations. So this is the situation with the Brexit situation. It's been hijacked by groups that are using it as a racial term or against Islam.
For me, no one talks about what the EU actually is, because when for me the Brexit vote was, do you want to leave the EU? Not many people actually know what the EU is.
So can you hold this for me?
Don't do it!
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Old man.
Don't, cold, Raj.
People don't know that the EU is corrupt. People don't know that the EU have to sign their accounts. They don't know the direction they're going.
Don't let Raj
I
use
actually
you.
looked into the EU and
Stop
that was
using Daniel.
I didn't care about immigration so much. That was at the bottom of the agenda. Sovereignty, I mean, I think we should have sovereignty. But yeah, my issues with the EU directly.
Yeah, and they're wasting a lot of money. So this is the problem. People are now, I've heard people say, I went to Tommy Robinson's event where it was the Brexit march, and when I walked into the left side, because I actually went into the Antifa side, they were equating voting for Brexit for being racist, and I had to challenge it. And so the far left are problematic as well, because when they're equating you to be a racist, and there's people like myself who voted it, and you're going to say I'm racist, but there's other people that I know that have voted for Brexit that are 100% not racist.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no racist voting.
It's damaging to have racists on the Brexit march, isn't it? Because then people look at it and go, "Oh, look, these people are." This is the Brexit.
It is problematic. This is why I have, I have to admit, I do know some of the people that are high up in the organisation of these things. Some of the people that organise them, personally, I know them, and I have said to them that these marches when you're going down, and people are saying F this, religion. I said it shouldn't be about Muhammad. It shouldn't be about Allah. It shouldn't be about. It should just be about the topic. But for some reason, you have these people that infiltrate, and then when they start chanting, for some reason it just goes. And I think it is totally crass. And I've said it to them in private, and not even the thingy that it's uncomfortable, hearing that kind of stuff, because especially when it's got nothing to do with that particular topic. If you're talking about Brexit, just keep it to Brexit. If it's about Tommy Robinson, keep it to Tommy Robinson.
What are you saying, Lebo?
So
nobody, I don't think the issue is the fact that whether Brexit is what has anything to do with racism. I just feel like certain elements of society have hijacked the narrative of Brexit. To the point where now, if you're seen as voting to leave, as if you're associated simultaneously with racism, that's not the case. I believe that people like Tom Robinson and that type of Tate Hopkins, all these people are very anti-Islamic, very anti-immigration. And if you associate yourself, like you may be going for purely for Brexit reasons, you're going to party organised outrightly racist and immigration as a whole, right? So your intentions might be towards going to the party, but you don't understand how you can easily fall into their trap. And then when people start looking at you and thinking, you know, does Raj have anti-Islamic sentiments? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, look,
like Jordan, someone like Bob Jordan, who is Muslim, he's
No to Brexit.
indigenous person in this country who voted Brexit. Does that make him racist, or does that even make him anti-Islamic? No, it's not. I could have voted leave.
I agree with you. Some of these parties have been kind of hijacked by certain individuals who are using a very simplistic Islamic problem. And it's not to do with Islam, it's Brexit. And even when people are worrying about immigration, it shouldn't be equated to Islam. It should just be equated to common sense about how many people can you let in and how many people are going to kind of be productive for the UK. And if you're Muslims and you can come in and you can, I have no issue with that. So this is where I disagree with a lot of the rhetoric of some of these people. But it doesn't mean I'm going to chuck them under the bus and say I'm not going to speak to them or I'm not going to have conversations. I believe talking to people, even if you differ with their views, is the best route. Because if you just start ignoring, I'm going to say something to you, you ignore them, they're just going to grow. They're going to be there anyway.
So long as you're consistent, if you're only talking to anti-Islamic people, you're only associated with those, then you're going to be associated with it, aren't you? You're guilty.
Alright, so when I come here, I'm speaking to Muslims all day. Now, if I don't come to Speaker's Corner, I will speak to non-Muslims. So my whole point of Speaker's Corner for me is to also get a rounded viewpoint.
Have you ever spoken to a Jew about circumcision?
Yeah, I've spoken to Nossan and them lot, so I've said I disagree with the...
It's good you stay clean.
Do it on camera, Raj. Do it on camera.
Yeah, and I disagree with that as well. I disagree with that.
To places like Stamford Hill, where they have their own schools, their own hospitals, their own police.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Areas.
Don't Sikhs get circumcised?
So
the Haredi Jewish community in certain parts of London, where it's very ultra-orthodox.
yeah, and I disagree with that as well.
To the point where they're women are
I have to be honest, I watched a documentary that, about American ethnic Jews, and I was shocked at how separate they are from the rest of society, more than any other
See, I
community.
don't have an issue with it. It doesn't affect me. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, but if you, but
So long as they're following the laws everyone
yeah, but
else
the problem we have
You
is
don't have to. You don't
no,
have to.
yeah, but the problem is this: now, if we don't communicate with each other, and we then start having groups within the group, what happens? People will not see each other as human. They will start dehumanizing these people. It's just normal human behavior, and this is what I worry about. That if we're having a situation where people are saying, "Well, don't think that person is a racist."
Why can't? So because they cover their face, they're not integrated. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm saying that it's just
There's no cohesion because
No,
they can't see their face.
what I'm saying that it's another little problem that could be resolved. I'm not saying it should be banned. I'm saying it should be at least talked about. Yeah, there's a difference. I should have phrased it better, and that's something that I need to learn. Is not to go in gung ho and say you should ban something because already I'm going to get your back up.
What do you think my point about the timing of it?
I don't remember what was the timing of it.
For me, what I said to you was, Islam at the moment is witch hunted in the media. Anti-Islamic. So by talking about things like the niqab and actually pointing out the niqabi sisters are something wrong, the timing of it now and talking about it now puts you almost in a far right category.
Yeah, the thing is,
you're adding to
I'll
the
be
hate.
honest
The
with
sisters
you.
don't need it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's ever a right time. Whether I've done it now, whether I've done it last week, whether I've done it in a month, whether I've done it in a year.
I would say you're better off criticising Judaism now than you did when Hitler was around.
Yeah, but
There are times. There are bad times.
yeah, I know. But I still think one of the things is that we should be able to talk about these things. And the thing is that we should be able to talk about it in a sensible manner. Now, do I agree with you that I did not? Do I agree with you that I did not do it in the best manner? I agree. I should not have gone in there gung ho saying because that is inflammatory in a sense.
So you would disagree with the ban of the burqa in this country?
No, what I'm saying to you is I think it should be looked into. Yeah.
Now,
whether it should
even
be
though
banned.
they're not affecting anything, they're not affecting
Exactly.
anything.
Why
It
does
should
it
be looked
bother
into
you?
now.
Culture, it's culture outfit, Raj.
I think
But then you're adding hate. You're adding hate to a group of people that are doing nothing wrong.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is something that should be discussed. Now, whether it gets banned or not, it's not up to me. But I think just ignoring the matter and just saying that no one's going to talk about it.
Let's talk about the burqa. We know that in Europe,
Raj,
now,
why are you bothered with
it's
the
being
women's
banned in
clothes?
countries around Europe.
Yeah.
And Islamic far-right groups are growing in Europe.
Yeah.
So by even suggesting for it to be banned now at this time, it is dangerous.
I'm saying discuss it. I don't have no legal
issue
power.
discussing it.
I think people need to really realise. I'm not Prime Minister.
What's your problem with hijab?
When I say something, it's
When
not
I
going to
just
come to
asked you, would you
fruition.
disagree with the ban? You didn't answer.
Why does it bother you?
No, I've said I would agree if say if for a law
There we
ban
go.
to ban the
Listen, I just
burqa, I would say
found
yes.
out about
I would agree with it.
information.
I wouldn't fight it. I would agree with it. But does that mean that it's ever going to come to fruition? Does that mean that we shouldn't discuss
Say that
it?
again. Say
So
that
how
again.
Because the thing is, these topics are going to be talked about anyway.
integrated?
At least try and
It
talk
doesn't
about
come
it
into
in a reasonable fashion.
It's a
You
jungle,
understand?
And like I said, so long as you're consistent in talking about other things as well.
Alright, you cut your bigotry.
Otherwise, you are guilty of only.
Gay dunya.
Otherwise,
Gay dunya in accent.
otherwise.
Why does hijab bother you?
Sidetracked. No, I'm not being distracted.
If you're not consistent in
It's
your
against your
approach,
religion, ain't it?
Serious.
Purity.
What the fuck?
He wants to know about my lulla.
You try to do that again, did
My lulla.
Can you find him all that pubic hair? Can you find him all that pubic hair? Can you find him all that
when you
pubic
suck it, you
hair?
don't want no hairs in your mouth?
Hey, why does the
Is it
hijab
because when
bother
you
you?
suck it, you don't want no hairs in your mouth?
I want to ask you a
if
question.
you're not,
Jordan,
can I say one thing?
Jordan, let him
One
ask a
thing.
question.
If you're not consistent in your approach, if you're not also saying
This guy
about,
sucks Tommy
you know,
Robinson.
about other people that
inside the
if
pub.
you're not discussing other issues and other religions, then you're guilty of just pointing out Islam.
But can I ask you something? You know, over the last month, this is one of the first conversations I've had about Islam. Most of my issues now have been about depression. I had the other week. The other week was
bullshit.
about
This is nothing,
thinking.
man.
So if you look at
About
any of
bullshit.
my
They go on for
any of my
hours.
videos,
I know.
it hasn't been about Islam.
Why
I've
does
kinda stepped
hijab
back.
bother you?
So the thing is, the one, it's only when people come up to
I
me
know,
and
I
start
don't
talking
get
about
it.
it that I might talk about it. But I don't think people should
Why does the
be
hijab bother you?
fearful of talking about
get me?
topics
Your
like this,
turban
because
doesn't
I
bother us.
personally believe that if we get to the stage where we're saying, all right, don't talk about it because it might X, Y, and Z, people are still going to be talking behind closed doors.
How would you like it if they were going to
they'll
ban
then have
turbans?
an echo chamber of people agreeing with them and no way to refute their ideas, and their ideas have become hardened.
Man said, yeah.
So talking about it openly, this is where the same thing with Ralph. That when you get Ralph talking about somebody, it's amazing these things. Like when Ralph, like I never really thought about it, but Ralph said, "Oh, I want to deport Muslims," and I thought to myself, "No, I'm never going to let that happen." So yeah, something like that. He's going to deport. So I was like in my head, I was like, if I had to think about myself, would I allow something like that to happen? No, I'd fight to the tooth and nail not to let it happen. So it's good to hear that sometimes, because it also questions your own moral standpoint. What would you do if somebody starts propagating this in a wider sense?
So do you get my point to you originally was, can you see how you have to be careful in this climate where there are people like
Oh yeah,
Ralph
you have
and
to. Of course,
you have to be careful and consistent in your approach.
All right, so
that's my only point to you. And
yeah, I mean,
from the sounds of it, you understand that already, and you've been making changes.
So I have. I mean, it's hard for people to see it because they're still kind of like, you know, like this low IQ. They can't understand the comprehension when people start adjusting their behaviour because they're savages.
Low
So
IQ.
that's what
Low
they do.
IQ.
So the
Low
thing,
IQ.
he can't change his behaviour. He can't change his behaviour. Yeah. So he's like a baby.
How will it feel if they were going to ban the
He's like
turbans?
a baby. He doesn't.
Low IQ.
He doesn't
Ask
know.
him
He knows
that.
the
Low
difference.
IQ.
So
that.
when I'm adjusting my behaviour, the guys that are more
Chinese is
intelligent
guru. Chinese is
can
guru.
start to see
What
that
would you do
I
if
have
they were gonna
adjusted
ban
my
turbans?
behaviour. And one of the things that
How did you adjust your
all I can
behaviour?
do here
How
is to
did you
try and
adjust
call
your
out
behaviour?
people that are calling
Tell
for
us,
things that I
explain it to
thought
us.
is
Enlighten us.
irreprehensible. Yeah, that
Go on,
to
mate.
call for people to be deported, for people to not to practice their faith. Because I believe in God. Remember, I
No,
don't
you don't.
I'd rather you be a Muslim than an atheist.
You believe in Tommy Robinson. Guru.
So,
Tommy.
sorry to the atheists, but
That's
I'm
what
an
you
atheist.
believe. Guru Robinson.
I don't believe, and I also
You believe in a
traditional
man.
values. I don't drink. I haven't drank for 6 years, and so I'm a teetotal.
Yo,
But there's a lot,
this is
there's a lot
another
of things
question
that
I want to
agree
ask you.
with Islam in terms
Why
of
are you
how
teaching
to have a
regards to
cohesive
how to
society.
drink?
And the West, let me just say something about the white people. You need to take responsibility for themselves as
To
well.
ask them a question,
Because
man.
the Muslims are not
This
taking
guy
over.
teaching
white
Muslims
people are just not having
right?
babies. Or they're killing babies. So abortion is another thing I'm totally against. I would say abortion is murder. So
What about if they were against your turban?
130,000 babies a year, but they complain that Muslims are having
Well,
babies.
why is no one asking this question?
Yeah, do you understand? There's this. No, but what I'm trying to say to you is that one of the narratives.
I heard you're
of people
spiking
like Ralph.
regards drinks.
One of the narratives of Ralph and people from the
Hey,
right
bruv.
is that the Muslims are taking over. And what I'm trying to say is that
forget
the
that.
reason why the Muslim
Hey,
population
ask him,
is
how
growing
about if they were
is
going to
because
ban
they're
turbans?
not-
What
they're
would
not
you
doing
do?
what the West
Ask
is
him
doing,
that.
which is they are aborting babies.
Ask him. Don't let him run away.
130,000 babies a year. They're not getting married. They're not having children or having a traditional family.
How are you integrating? How are you
So the
integrating?
decline of the West
The banning of
will actually be
turbans.
its own downfall.
Because you are not
It will be
integrating.
its own downfall.
Yeah,
It won't
Raj,
be
you're not very
that's
integrated.
Because you are not
the
integrating.
Muslims
So Muslims up there are integrated, you get me?
The Muslims have a stronger
The Muslims are
structure
integrated better.
that will
Raj
then
is a
overtake
social
that at some
misfit.
point. Do you understand?
He's not
That doesn't mean
integrated,
they're doing it on
social
purpose.
These men, they
Do you
kill their
understand
own
the
babies.
difference?
I do.
So when
How are they
Ralph
integrated?
and certain, I'm not saying Ralph, but certain individuals try and make it out as if, oh, this is a plot. I don't believe it's a plot. I believe that the West is declining its moral values, and because of this lack of traditional values, and the
White
family
people are
structure-
converting to Islam because of that. So.
Yeah, I mean,
That means Muslims
so-
are the way forward. That means Muslims are the way
so
forward.
the thing is that when it comes to stuff like this, I am not in the same mindset as them. I don't think so simplistically like, oh, you're this particular group.
Why
trying to
are
take
you on this
over
angle?
So
But Muslims are 5% of the nation.
yeah, but if you-
5%. So
but-
this is kind of an argument that's
No, hold on,
really
hold on.
like, we need to have more babies.
But-
So
but-
to get to 7%
hold on,
to get to 7%.
hold on.
You know,
Brother,
maybe in a
brother,
thousand years' time.
Brother,
losing the
So the
other-
demographics
listen.
here, the demographics-
Ask him,
the
what if they were
demographics-
going to ban turbans,
the
and how
demographics
comes
here-
they allow Sikhs
the
to
demographics
carry their
of
dagger
the UK,
when it's when it's a
birth
weapon?
rate- the birth
Ask him
rate
that.
is
What's your problem with the hijab?
1.6%
Bro, this guy.
of babies
What's
here
wrong
for
with
the
him?
white population. Yeah? That is below.
Bro, this brother is too
sustaining
nice,
its
bro.
own
He's
population.
listening to bullshit.
Nah, do you
So
know
the
what it
white
is, though?
population will
Nah.
slowly, like Japan,
think they're
declining
covered.
in its. The elderly
Huh?
rate
They're
here
covered.
is outweighing now the younger rate at some point. So they're having a massive problems with birth rate.
30 minutes.
So at some point, the birth rate for the white indigenous
Yeah,
people,
I'm-
for their own fault.
Are you
I'm
telling me I
saying
was
this.
hecking
This
for
is not a
30 minutes?
calculated measure by any group. They are aborting babies, which I believe is murder. Sorry if people get offended by that. And they're also not getting married. and
We're
not
going to
having
push
children.
forward for the
Yeah, in
daggers to be
numbers that
banned
we need
and
to.
for the turban to be
But
banned.
you have another group of people that have retained their traditional values, which is good. Marrying at a young age, having kids, not aborting babies and stuff like that. And over a period of time, whether you like it or not, and this is not a scare tactic, that population will grow.
You lot.
And the other one will just stay stagnant.
You lot 4 minutes.
Do you understand? I'm going to finish it anyway. So do you understand the difference in the way I'm
Ask
saying
about
it?
the turban, man.
I'm
I
not
wanna
trying to
know.
blame the community. I'm trying to say be reasonable and look at your own faults as well. The
I wanna
West
know.
is destroying itself for its own immorality and its kind of loss of traditional values of Christianity.
They're gonna
Yeah,
fight,
so
they're gonna fight, they're gonna
they
fight.
need to start looking at it in a more kind of holistic.
How would you
viewpoint.
feel about the turban? Answer that, please.
Big up to the turban. So
Oh no, but if they were going to ban it, how would you feel?
If we finish on your point, so if obviously we said Islam's being, if Sikhs were being painted witch hunted in media and stuff like that,
Yeah, please.
would you advise against people trying to ban the turban and
the
things
dagger?
like that?
I personally believe that people should have a discussion about it at least.
Do you? So do you think I should have a discussion about your
I
turban?
don't think there's any issue with having a discussion about certain issues like the turban. Do I want it banned? No. But do I feel that it's a problem for you to discuss it? No. I think discussing it, I could show you why I don't feel it's a problem, and I can show it with facts and figures maybe in the next time. Because the Sikhs are one of the most integrated communities wherever they go. Wherever Sikhs go, I'm not trying to just big us up.
Can you bring me something that shows that Niqabi sisters are causing problems?
I mean, this is going to be something that's going to be
Anything,
more
more
anecdotal.
crime or more-
This could be more anecdotal about
I'll be
my own
interested to see it,
perception. Because I have actually, people don't know, I've actually spoken to Niqabi sister for an hour once. And I know people can say, why did she actually come up to me? I was doing an exhibition and she spoke. And I had an interaction, and I've also interacted in banks, and I've seen how it was a problem where people were covering. Now the bare minimum I would ask for is that if you go to a bank that you show, or a place of security that you show a member of staff your face.
There is. They show
That's
to
the
the
bare
female,
minimum.
to females on
So
airports.
bare minimum,
everything.
yeah. That's the bare minimum I would ask for. So if that can be implemented, that would be something that I would say, all right, that's something that
hatred,
This is just your opinion. This isn't affecting you. This isn't affecting
all right,
you.
so let me give you an example.
But do you agree with that? It's
No,
not
no,
affecting you, it's just your opinion.
all right, so when I went to the
You
bank,
want views on
anecdotal.
YouTube?
Why are you bothered about this, Raj?
I went to the bank. And
the question, mate.
I went to the bank. There was two Niqabi ladies in the bank, yeah, and they were standing behind me. Whether you like it or not, you're not gonna like it. I felt uncomfortable that I did not know who those people were.
But why
Now,
did you need to
I'm
know?
not
Yeah,
saying.
why you need to
I'm
know?
I
not
would
saying.
say who cares?
I'm not
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not saying.
strangers.
I'm not saying that they should take the veil off there and then, but I'm saying at least somebody in the bank should have seen their face to identify who
If
they
I
are.
said to you, I went to the bank and there were two Sikh guys behind me and I felt uncomfortable, you'd say to me, just get over it. wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, the reason.
And who cares if
Yeah, yeah, but
especially when they
but
got
the reason-
If I'm
knives.
uncomfortable, I have issues.
Especially when the Sikh guys got
Two, three, I have
knives.
issues.
So, all right,
I have issues.
so the reason I felt uncomfortable was
So
I
they're
think-
your issues,
hold on,
not
so,
the Niqabi
so,
sisters, they're
well, the
your
reason I felt uncomfortable is because I am giving sensitive information to somebody at the counter, and if someone behind me, I cannot easily identify them. I feel that is problematic in a place where there's high security risk. Because that's maybe I'm.
That is such a stupid
But I feel that in a bank, at the bare minimum, they should be able to show their faces to a member of staff, a female member of staff, and so that we know who is in the bank. I don't think that's unreasonable. All right, sorry about all the heckling from the low IQ savages and stuff, man. But what can you do, man? They can't leave
It was
me alone.
encouraged, wasn't it? It was encouraged.
I don't know about encouraged. I don't know about. They just love me, man. A lot of shot going on. Anyway, man, it was good to talk to you, man.